Hello again, I'm Marcin, and today we're gonna talk about VInhos. It was one of the most anticipated games in the Essen Fair in 2010, but it didn't make to Essen. So now you can play it. The designer is Vital Lacerda and the publisher is What's Your Game. It's a game about winemaking. There are a couple of games that came this Essen, past Essen, about winemaking. This is a heavy economic game with a lot of mechanisms. So I will try to tell you how the game is played and later what I think about it. This is how VInhos looks like. There's a lot going on here. I have to say that graphic designer did an excellent, tremendous job because 90% of the rules are depicted here on the board. Without it, it would be very hard to play this game, and art is also very, very nice. I like it. It reminds me of Vasco da Gama. So this is a game about making wine, of course. So each player has his player board with 4 estates. Here we can plant wines from different regions of Portugal. We can then buy cellars, hire enologists to get more better wine. We will try to produce as many wine or as good wine as we can, so we can earn as many victory points as we can. Of course, who has the most victory points at the end of the game will be winner. The game consists of 6 rounds, only 6 rounds. In each of those rounds, each player will take 2 actions. At the end of the 3rd, 5th and 6th action there will be a wine festival where we will present our wines and gather some fair points and additional victory points. For this, with our wine when we produce wine we can sell it for money. So here we've got a bank where we have some money in our bank already, 5 bagos. So here's our bank account. If we sell our wine, our of course bank account, our money in bank account will go higher. We can also invest some money and thus earn a little bit of money each turn. We can also send our wine to export, so we can gather victory points. Of course, we will present wine to the wine festival, and with this wine then we will make a contact with some managers, and then with additional wine we can take some special actions. Here, this is very short description of the game, but as you can see there is a lot going on here, so I won't describe everything here, but for the main actions, here we've got Portugal that is divided into 8 regions. Each region has some special ability that is depicted here, and the game will start with each player taking one of those vineyards from one of the region and putting it here on my board, on my one of the states, and of course taking some wine. It's only at the beginning of the game. Later, if I will buy no more vineyards, I won't produce wine until the end of the round. Each vineyard has how much money we have to spend, and this is money in cash. So we've got some cash, but if we will run out of cash, we will have to go to the bank to take out some money. This is not the money we have in cash, this is our bank account, so if we will run out of the money we have to go to the bank and take some money out of it, or we can always invest some money and take it out immediately. So each vineyard has its price, how much we have to pay for it, what kind of wine, if it's red or white, we produce. In each region there are always 4 wineries, 2 that produce white wine and 2 that produce red wine. In one estate I can put only wineries from the same region and of the same type of wine. So I can put this second here, so my estate will produce better wine this way. Also I can buy some wineries and even hire some enologists, so my wine will have a better also our wine will be quality of our wine will be changed by weather tiles. There's always some modification. It's here this year +1 for a value of wine. There's also like here -2. So we have to take it under consideration what kind of weather this year will be and what kind of wine we will produce. This is the main part of the board that we will concentrate on. This is actions, what kind of actions we can do in each year. So we have, it's also a turn track, so we have 6 rounds, 6 years. In each year we have 2 actions, a maintenance and a production. At the end of the 3rd, 5th and 6th year there will be a wine festival. So as an action we can move our marker. Sometimes we have to pay for a movement, so if I want to move my marker to adjacent action and do it, it's free for me, but if it's further I have to pay 1 bagos to the bank. Also I have to pay money if there are other players here, or a taxation marker. This turn marker is also here. I have to pay 1 bagos to the bank. So what kind of actions? Here we've got how many times we can do this action, and there are several actions like buying a winer. I can buy a wine, as many winers I can, but only 1 winer from each region. Now I can buy cellars, so my wine will age longer, because here's a warehouse and the wine will age. With a cellar my wine will age longer, and also there are some modification to the value of the wine, so it's very important to have this. I can buy wineries and hire some enologists. Those 4 actions, those 3 actions actually, not hiring enologists, will give me some renown cubes in the region where I put my cellar, and later in the game I can spend those renown cubes to sell my wine for a higher value. Of course my wine is so known, so I can ask for higher price. Of course every player can have wineries from each region, so those cubes will be put by different players and spent by different players, so there's a lot of interaction in this area. What more? I can send my wine to the export, so I have to have wine of certain value, so I can now spend those renown cubes if I want to have a higher value wine, and I place my barrel. I have only 8 of those for the entire game. I place this barrel in certain spot. I earn some victory points immediately. In the red there are points that I earn immediately, and at the end of the game, if I have the most barrels in this column, I will earn 10 points. The points in white, in ivory, are earned at the end of the game. Similarly, I can sell my wine to certain spots, and for example here I sell a wine for 6, so my bank account will have now 11 bagos here. So this are those two actions. If I go to the bank, I can take out some money and take cash, because I need cash for buying wineries, vineyards, and hiring ecologists, or I can invest some money from my account, so at the end of the round my bank account will have +3 bagos. Also at the end of the round I have to pay for my enologist. If I have some enologists, I have to pay them. If I don't have money, they are fired automatically. There is action of buying experts. There are 4 types of experts that are divided into what kind of quality of the wine they are interested. If they are interested in taste, smell, look, or an alcohol content. I can have as many as 6 of those specialists, and they have 2 different actions. At the upper side of the tile there is a one-time action I can use. I can use it anytime I want. This, for example, allows me to buy wineries for -1 bagos. Here I earn 2 bagos immediately. If I use it, I just flip it to see that I'm not losing him. He will turn over after the fair, the wine fair, so I can have many of them and try to use their abilities. But also they are very important for a wine festival. This is something like a game within a game. The last action I can take is passing. When I pass, I decide in turn order when I will move next round. And also now I can present one of my wines. For example, here let's say I have this two value wine at this spot. So now the value of my wine is 2 + 3 plus some renown cubes if I have in this region and I spend them. So for example, now I have a wine of value 5. Here I've got some table that says if I have a wine of value 5 or 6, I can play up to 2 experts at the wine fair. So I take my tile 2 and I place it in the wine festival. I decide what kind of values my wine will be judged in. So for example, I decide that my wine will be judged in look and smell. Here we've got some track that those values will change. For example, a look can be now more important than the alcohol content. This is changed also by weather tiles. At the beginning of the year there are always some modifications. For example, if in this year a smell marker moves 2 spots and the alcohol content moves 1 spot. So when I present my wine, I get as many fair points as I have in those 2 categories. For example, here smell is 2 fair points and the look is 3 fair points. So I have already 5 fair points. There are also some bonuses. And when the taxation marker will move here, each player has to have his wine presented at the festival. Now we can play those expert tiles, but we can only play them in the categories that we have our marker. So I can't play those taste experts because I decided that my wine will be judged only in a smell and look. And Of course, if I had, for example, Luke expert, I can play him, I will lose him. So it's different if I will use this upper ability. I'm not losing him, only flipping him over. But if I will use him in fair, I will lose him immediately, and I will earn as many fair points as his category marker is in. So I will earn 3 additional points. This is how the fair is played, and who has the most fair points will get some victory points. There are 3 fairs in a game. Also, when I present wine, I can put my barrels into some managers and then move them. There are some multiplicators that will earn me some points at the end of the game, or some free actions. Oh, this is basically how the game is played. At the end of the game, we just sum up our points at the track plus all the multiplicators, our bank account, or an export. We just count up those ivory points and who has the most points. Yeah, that's VInhos. Probably a little bit chaotic description, but maybe you know a little bit how the game is played. So this is a rather heavy economic game. Not that heavy, but there's a lot going on here. A lot of mechanisms interlocking with each other, and I like economic games. But I have a lot of economic games like Le Havre, Cuba. I don't know, even Through the Ages I consider a little bit economic. And I have a lot of such games. So if VInhos worth buying if you have a lot of economic games. Well, if economic games are only thing you are playing, then probably yes, you will like this, but it didn't get me. After first play, I was overwhelmed by the rules, by how much is going on here. But after second play, third, fourth, it was okay. Everything clicks. But I don't know why this game just doesn't get me. I'm not excited when I play it. Everything works. Maybe this festival, I didn't like the festival from the beginning, but it's okay. It's a part of the game. There are a lot of strategies in the game. I think the different paths are quite balanced. Maybe those multiplicators from the managers, some are much better than the other, but you can consider it as a part of the race for those multiplicators, and it works. It's okay, but I don't know why. I'm getting tired of economic games, and I'm starting to look for something different, because I have Le Havre, I have Cuba, I'm playing those games, and when I played VInhos, I thought, well, maybe I should have played Le Havre, for example, right? Or even, I don't know, Kalos, some other heavy games that I know and I love. This game, I just didn't love it. It's 6 out of 10. It's my rating on BGG. If you like economic games and you're looking for a new economic game, then get +1 for this rating, and probably you will like this game. If you're not a heavy economic games fan, then try this. And try it more than one time, because the first time is clearly only a learning game, a learning about mechanisms. The more you play, the more strategies you will see, and the more clear path to the victory you'll see. The rulebook, I have to say, it's very good. There are a lot of resources by Vital Lacerda on BGG that will help you to learn this game. So it's very, very great. But what I can say, it didn't click for me, it didn't get me. Good game, but but not for me. Well, that was VInhos. I'm marching and see you again.